All right, good afternoon to all over the world. Mabuhay. Once again, this is Jay hosting the live interview with one of the winners of Binibining Pilipinas 2021. And I know guys, you are also excited to meet our, representative for the upcoming Miss International 2021. So, but before that, I would like you to know that we are also live at our YouTube channel, Pageant Trend. So if you are new to our YouTube channel, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new uploaded videos and interviews like this. And of course, if you are new to our Facebook page, don't hesitate to click the like and also follow us on our Instagram account for more updates, features, and news about pageants. And also, if you are a TikTok users, we have also a TikTok account. Just like us there at Pageant Trend Official. Okay. Anyway, don't hesitate also to share our live session for this afternoon. And if you have any questions with our guest, you are free. But of course, we will not be entertaining some political questions here. So, ayun, you can ask anything about our guest for this afternoon's live session. All right, so without further ado, let us all welcome, or please help me welcome our special guest for this afternoon. She is a winner of Binibining Pilipinas 2021, no other than Hannah Arnold, and she will be representing soon to the Miss International pageant. So without further ado, let us all welcome, guys, Hannah Arnold. Hi, dear.
Hi, Sarah J. Hello. Hi, Pageant Trend. Hello, everyone watching. Mabuhay. I am Hannah Constantino Arnold, your Binibining Pilipinas International 2021. And I hope that my Wi-Fi will be stable. Sorry if I cut in and out.
It's okay, dear. No problem. Well, welcome here at Pageant Trend, and I guess this is your first, guesting here in Pageant Trend, right?
Yes, I had a interview, I guess, with your French correspondent for the
Uh,
written article, but this is my first live.
yes, and I understand that during your Binibini journey, you've been busy with preparation, of course. So you have no time to, to be my guest here in
Ay,
Pageant.
sorry po.
I
Maybe
understand.
I missed the invitation. Sorry. I
It's
don't
okay,
always see all the
dear.
messages.
It's okay, no problem. So it's very understandable because all of the binibinis were very busy that moment, and they're very excited, for the coronation. So that's you know, ayun. So no problem at all, dear.
At least
At
I'm here
least
and we're
yes,
safe.
you were here now,
Yes.
and of course, I would like you to congratulate for winning the Binibini Pilipinas International. Ayan.
Thank you po.
Mm. And ayun, so how are you today, dear?
Today I'm okay. I guess we're going into our second week in ECQ. So I'm
Mhm.
still being very productive. I have trainings almost every day. This morning, I just have to wake up with a positive mindset and look forward to the day. Even if I'm just in the house, I really woke up very excited for the day ahead. And yeah, thank you for having me tonight. I'm very grateful for your time.
You're welcome, dear. So let's talk about your Binibining Pilipinas pageant journey. How was it, dear? How was the experience of joining the Binibining Pilipinas in this times of pandemic?
Sorry, do you mind repeating that one?
How will you describe, or how was the experience of joining the Binibining Pilipinas in this time of pandemic?
Yes, so as we all know, 40 of us candidates, well, 40 of us ladies became candidates at the start of 2020. And we honestly, no one expected that a pandemic was going to come and stop everything, change all of our plans and goals. So at first, it was a big shock to the system, and I had to rethink and sit down and remember why I was joining and remind myself that there is relevance in joining a beauty pageant. And we are the longest set of candidates in Binibining Pilipinas. It was about a year and a half of candidacy. So there were times where, we were excited that we were finally getting back into the activities. I myself, I was still scared at times because the virus is still very much out there. But in the end, I'm so grateful. I think we're going to be the batch of Binibinis that will share our story for a while. And the fact that Binibining Pilipinas was able to keep us safe, healthy, and happy, it's really a great achievement for them. So I'm very grateful to be one of the pandemic Binibinis.
Correct. Okay, if you were going to describe in 2 words of your Binibini journey, what are those words?
Ooh, I would have to say beyond beauty. That was their hashtag in 2019. So my journey was beyond beauty. We were more than just the physical beauty. We were really showing our kindness and our hearts for the community as Binibinis. So I would describe it as beyond beauty.
All right, thank you, dear. And did you expect that you will be crowned as a Binibining Pilipinas International? Given that we
Um,
all have, you are not only the front runner of Binibining Pilipinas that time, and then like the other girls are also pursuing or having their additional additional effort for them to get the Binibining Pilipinas crown.
Yes, so like you said, I was considered a front runner ever since 2019, and that means so much to me, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee a crown. So I wasn't extremely confident. Of course, I wasn't planning for a plan B. I didn't want to plan for what would happen if I didn't win.
Mhm.
But I did have to keep that in my mind to keep my options open. And maybe if I didn't win, it meant that I could focus on science. So, I had those different journeys in my mind, but I was still trying to remind myself, you can win, um, you can do it. You can have that Binibining Pilipinas international crown. However, just before the crowning moment, I was starting to doubt myself. I'm not sure if you saw it yourself, Sergey, in the announcement video, but I was quite nervous. I was actually just thinking in my mind, I hope my parents will be okay if I tell them that I will be joining again next year, because it really is my dream. And I know for the other girls also, it's theirs also. So I'm just very grateful that God and the judges and the BPCI felt that it was my time this year to have that crown.
How many times did you join the Binibining Pilipinas?
So 2019 was my first time, and then this is my second.
Wow, second time. So,
Yes.
halos magkaparehas kayo ng destiny ni Pia Wurtzbach, no?
Yeah, so there's so many of them. Ati Pia, Ati MJ, they joined 3 times.
Mhm.
Kylie was 2 times. There's so many girls that come back years in between, years to develop their strengths, and I'm just glad that I didn't give up on that.
All right. So let's talk about your previous, Binibining Pilipinas journey. That was 2019, right? So, are there any regrets, that you didn't get one of the crown for the Binibining Pilipinas before?
Um, Obviously, on the night itself, it was very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
I was, disappointed in myself that I wasn't able to walk away with that crown or that sash for not only for myself, but for my family, friends, supporters, trainers. It was very heartbreaking. And I think it took me about 1 month to do my appreciation post, because I still was kind of contemplating what happened. Um, Back then, obviously, I regretted that maybe I didn't do this correctly. I didn't answer correctly. I should have had more courage. But again, I do believe in that saying that, it will be in God's perfect timing. And for me, I mean, now that I have this crown, the crown that I wanted, I see now that it was for a reason that I wasn't a runner up, or I wasn't crowned as another representative for Miss Globe or Miss Intercontinental. And all of those girls that time, they were my friends, they were my idols. So I'm so proud of them. They really were deserving back in 2019. And as cliche as it sounds, again, everything happens for a reason. And yeah, now I'm here. So I don't regret any of that now.
All right. So, yung pagsuot mo ng ano, ng color pink na gown na may pasabog, and was that really your intention? Because, the theme of, the Binibining Pilipinas, and as well as the Miss International, is the color is pink, 'di ba?
Um, Actually, I'm not sure if their color is pink. I think their symbol is red, but pink is my favorite color. So for those watching that didn't hear the voiceover on the night, I explained it that pink is my favorite color. I've always had it in my biggest milestones in life. So that night, I really wanted to show that and represent that I had grown, I had learned from my, mistakes, I had gotten up, and I was now transforming into that woman. And that was also symbolic in the removal of my skirt, from looking like a debutante into that woman. So pink really was the chosen color that we wanted. At first, we were thinking whether it would be red, but then we decided if it's really my favorite color, then I should go out there feeling that happiness and warmth from that color.
Wow. Sinong may idea nun sa pasabog na yon during your evening gown, yung may patanggal ng ng ganun?
Yes, so Sir Leo Amadal was my designer, and I have been modeling for him since 2019. And I have worn so many different designs of gowns, whether they're quite tight, they have a slit, or they have mermaid cut. I've worn so many that when we were in the process of designing the gown, we couldn't quite decide which one would be the best for a coronation night. And so with everyone in the team, Sir Patrick Henry, Sir Leo, Sir Richard, and myself, we decided, why not put two in one? And Sir Leo is so quick with his sketches. He just drew this, and we all fell in love with it. So of course, with that in mind, I do have to have passerella training. So it was thanks to Ian Mendahar, my trainer in Aces and Queens, who came up with that turn to remove it. I could have walked and just opened it, but we really wanted to make it a surprise. Unfortunately, in the moment when I went to remove it, I couldn't find where the Velcro was. That's why I did have to look down. But I'm still glad that everyone appreciated the gown, the designer, and me and my performance.
Anyway, hindi naman nahalata nung nung tumingin ka sa nung tinatanggal mo sa that time.
Thank you po.
Ayun. So let's talk about the preliminary swimsuit. And I know that that was the very first time na wala talagang mga audiences na nanood sa inyo during the preliminary swimsuit. Question, did you already satisfied on your performance during that time?
Yes, so just like you said, that was our first activity back this year. We had a photo shoot back in March, but this swimsuit preliminary was the first time we were back in Araneta all together and, feeling beautiful and happy and not having to wear our masks. So the day itself was so fun that I didn't feel, again, any regrets or anything with my performance. I really enjoyed myself and was proud that I was able to go down the stairs. We only learned about the what do you call it? The material on the swimsuit on the arms. We only learned about that just a few days before. So, all the months of training, and then suddenly they're going to add this. It kind of, can make you stress a little bit. But luckily, thanks to those around me, they were just like, you can do it, just enjoy. If you get tangled in it, just keep on going. So in a way, I'm glad that I just didn't do too much with it or not enough. I know that some people weren't happy with it, but for me, I myself am happy with how I performed, and I just really enjoyed myself.
Well, it's really proven naman talaga and nakita nung performance mo during the preliminary swimsuit competition. So a lot of us, are projecting that this girl would be win or would win for the Miss International or for the Binibining International crown because that moment was mala Miss International yung vibe mo lalo lalo naglalakad ka or your walk, oo, yun. Talagang very international that time and my
Thank you.
confidence talaga, oo, nakita
Thank you
namin
so
yun.
much.
Mm. And of course, did you also hesitate or ayun, did you also hesitate na ayun na maglalakad kayo ng mahabang stairs, oo, sa Novotel?
Um, well, as we know, like a month or two before was the
Mm.
MGI, and they had those long stairs, and we all
Oo.
saw how Ati Sam really slayed those stairs. So the day before the preliminary, it was the first time we saw what our runway was going to be. So when we all found out there was going to be stairs, I think we all freaked out. And for me, I was really thinking, don't try to be like those girls in MGI, just get down the stairs safely, whichever way I'm comfortable. If so I was proud of myself how I went down. We didn't really get that much time to practice. So I am really glad that I got down safely and continued the performance.
What was the hardest challenge of joining the Binibining Pilipinas or hardest part of the Binibining Pilipinas for this year?
For this year, it was very different for a lot of us. A lot of us girls aren't based here in Metro Manila, so a lot of us did have to, give up work or give up that time with family because it's quite, dangerous, obviously, for everyone to travel in between from province, from different country. So for me, for those who aren't aware, I was in Australia with my parents because that's where they're based. And when Binibining Pilipinas was announced that it was going to push through, um, I had to wait for that sign that I could come back safely, and I was thankfully able to get on a flight here. But that there was a moment where I almost had to resign as a candidate because logistics, there wasn't really any flight. And so obviously one of the greatest challenges was then having to say goodbye to my parents. And in the past, it's always been so easy to, travel to go visit them. At the end of 2019, I was able to do that. But this time, with the borders closing in the countries, it wasn't that simple. And again, not knowing when I could see them again, that was the biggest challenge. But thanks to their belief in me and my dreams, I just always feel like they're here with me. I know that my mom is watching right now, actually. So hi, mom, and hi, Mama Minda, my tita in London. I just always feel their support, and thanks to social media, I was able to communicate with them. So I know I'm not alone in having to have that distance with my family. I know Cindy also hasn't seen her family in CDO for about 5 months now. So I really, hope that we can all be reunited with our families very soon and celebrate this crowning with them.
All right. So given that 'di ba nag-cancel yung yung Binibining Pilipinas for the coronation. And then you said a while ago that ayun, nag-announce ulit yung Binibining Pilipinas na this year will be the coronation. And then that moment you were in in the other country or in your country. So um I just want to know or ask on how was your preparation done during that moment?
Yes, so when it was first postponed, honestly, I did take a break from trainings because we were advised that it wasn't going to be pushing through at all in 2020. There were rumors that it might push through in December. So, from the start of the lockdown in March 2020 until the end of 2020, I wasn't really focusing on my trainings. I was using that time instead just to read, take in so much knowledge from online sources, from books, because I'm really a bookworm, and focus on my work and my love for science. So I went back to working with science. And so again, I honestly wasn't really training. But then when it was announced again, I had to do the trainings online. So we did Q&A via Zoom. We did personal training for workouts via Zoom. And then for our passerella, we would send videos to Ian, and then he would reply with how our posing is, how our walk is. And from there, we would virtually do our passerella catwalk. And then eventually, when restrictions eased, we were able to book studios for our physical catwalk. But for Q&A, personality development, and workouts, it all remained online. So again, I'm so grateful for the power of technology and my access to these tools. I honestly couldn't have done it, or couldn't have made it through all that time without Zoom.
Correct. And malaki talagang tulong. It has a big help when it comes to, the internet connection, 'di ba? Oo.
Yes.
Ayun. So, let's talk about the announcement of winners. Ayun. Uh, um, nasabi mo na you were doubted na mapapasama ka or makakakuha ka ng isa sa mga crown ng Binibining Pilipinas during the announcement of winners. So, aside from those, doubts in yourself during the announcement of winners, are there any thoughts or second thoughts that you had?
Um, well, it was hard to explain the atmosphere because, as we know, there wasn't really an audience that like we usually have during Binibining Pilipinas. Usually, you hear the screams echoing,
Mm-mm.
the cheers, the noises, the claps.
Mm.
But this time, we were limited to 5 audience members per candidate, and then the judges and the glam teams. So it was quite quiet, but I could still hear, like, I could hear my name being yelled from different
Mm.
areas. I wasn't sure if I was imagining it in that moment, like when Catriona was slowly saying "Bini Bini," and I feel like it went even more slow motion for me in that moment because I could hear like someone at the back yelling Hannah, Hannah, and then some of the glam team Hannah, and I could hear it around. So I was also listening to that, and I felt quite happy that there were people in the audience who were cheering for me. But then yes, also in my mind it was still that doubt. So it was a mix of feelings that I was happy, but then also quite nervous.
Did you feel that moment na ikaw ang makakakuha ng crown ng Binibining Pilipinas, or are there any sign on that day or on that night?
Um, well, one of the things that I did before my Q&A portion, I actually, while the other girls were answering, I was looking at the paper on the table, and I was praying to God. I said, God, please lead me to the paper that will that I have knowledge of, that I will be able to give a message with. And I was able to choose Miss Pinky Webb. And like I said in my evening gown, my voiceover, I actually said, in my biggest milestones, I've always had a touch of pink. So the
Mm.
fact that the judge that I chose was Pinky, I
Mm.
kind of felt, oh, this is kind of a sign. Maybe it means something. Um, but that was kind of the only feeling around that time. But then when the names were being called, for example, Meiji and Gabby were announced as runners up, I was quite shocked because usually in past years, the girls that have won Best in Evening Gown or Best in Swimsuit have had crowns. So when I heard their names called then, I was really thinking, oh no, so I'm really not going to have a crown. If they had really great performances. Obviously, I wasn't watching, so I wasn't sure how everyone looked. But um, for me, myself, I still had that doubt. However, afterwards, when I walked off the stage, a lot of people were telling me that I was just glowing and they could see throughout the whole night that it really was for me. So, again, I'm grateful for everyone's belief in me when I wasn't believing in myself.
All right. So what do you think is your winning mindset that night?
This time I just wanted to go out there and be myself and enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it in 2019, but I was so focused on winning and walking away with a specific crown that, others were dreaming and, cheering for. But this time I just wanted to go out there and, um, again show me to the judges, show me to the camera, to the audience, and I'm glad that everyone enjoyed that and appreciated that. So my mindset was really just, Hannah, be yourself, don't worry about those negative comments, just focus on the comments of your family. And actually that whole week I was getting quite emotional because I was receiving messages from family members and friends and even my glam team, and they were all sending me such encouraging words. So before I went out, I just remembered that, and yeah, I went out there being Hannah Constantino Arnold.
Wow, ang galing. Well, anyway, oo, talagang naniniwala kami na moment mo 'yon, nung time na 'yon. Oo.
Thank you po.
Okay, sige. So let's have first the reading of comments and viewers, comments and questions from our viewers. Kanina pa sila naghihintay. All right, guys, it's your turn. So let's have our first viewer from our Facebook page. We have from Emmy Dayono Atay. Hello po.
Hi, Emmy. Thank you for watching and joining us on, is today Monday? Monday
Yes, it's
night.
Monday. All right, let's have another from Ping Ventura. Hanabi here.
Oh, hi. Hi, Ping. Hi, Hannabis. I'm grateful for all of you.
And may pahabol siyang comment, Hana, we love you.
I love you too. Mahal
And,
din kita.
and also from Danica Faye Abelardo Alimuin. Hi, Ate Hana.
Hi, Danica. I think she's always here in all of my lives. So thank you, Danica.
An avid fan of yours, dear. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube viewer. Let's have from Hannah Arnold, hashtag 7th crown for the Philippines from Rai Simpal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ray's. I'm so grateful that you believe in me. Thank you.
And also from Francis Godric Reboriano Magon, hashtag Arriba Masbate. Good to see you, Miss Hannah Arnold.
Yay! Mas bate. Mas bet ko, mas bate.
Yeah. Okay, sige. Let's have from JM Lipayo. Hello po, Ate Hannah. Congrats and good luck po.
Thank you. Thank you, JM.
From Teresa De Silva. Hi, Queen.
Hi, Teresa. Another fan always watching. Thank you.
And a comment from Jomar Fabillar Igdalino. So cute, the voice.
Thank you, Jomar. Maybe I'm actually losing my voice a little bit from all of the fun interviews.
Correct. Okay. From Bob Bell Gaviola. Hello, Queen B. Good to see you on live interview.
Hi, Bob. Yes, I've had a lot. So maybe follow my Facebook or something, and there's a lot more to come for sure.
Yes. Okay. Let's have from Denmark F. Elefante. Good afternoon, Miss Hannah Arnold. You are so beautiful and your voice is so cute. Question: what are your motivation?
Yes. Hi, Denmark. Thank you for watching. I hope you're safe and with family and friends. So, my motivation in in life, in this pageant, and my motivation heading over to Miss International is my advocacy for education. It's really picturing those students, picturing those children that are also dreaming, and that really pushes me to go for my dreams so that I will inspire them and that I will also have more to give to them, that hopefully I can gain more of an audience that will donate also some school supplies, and yeah, just to motivate those children to follow their dreams also. So you also, in everything that you do, always remember your motivation and reason why.
Correct. Always know your purpose in life. Okay, let's have this. From Boyet Santos, she looks like malambing version ni Pia. I like her now than her last Binibining Pilipinas stint. She is a promising seventh Miss International in my book.
Thank you so much po. I appreciate that.
All right. May ano pahabol si Bob Belga Viola. Kinilig siya sa tanong kay Vico daw.
Ah,
Anong tanong?
um, from 2019, honestly, I was just so nervous in the moment that I wasn't really thinking that they mentioned Vico. But now seeing how well he led his community during the pandemic, definitely, I'm honored that he was somehow a part of my Binibining Pilipinas journey.
Okay, sige. Let's move on to another comment from our viewer. Let's have, sabi ni Erica J. Hermoso Hermoso, push. Push
Push.
daw. Okay, let's have from our YouTube channel viewer, as a representative of Miss International Philippines, what is your primary advocacy to the current situations what are now that are now facing of our international community? From Melvin Robes.
Hi, Melvin. Well, just like I said a few questions back, my advocacy has been and always will be for education. Especially now during this pandemic, we saw that all of our progress, unfortunately, has been put on hold, and we've reversed, years of progress with getting children into their schools, getting them safely in their classrooms, and having them motivated to study. So right now, what I really want to bring over to Miss International is that that need to get students back into the classroom safely. And I've seen so many statistics now that unfortunately so many children have had to drop out because their families can no longer afford it, and the difficulties with online learning and not having that same access as other communities. Something else that I would like to address with Miss International is the need for more science and technology. That's another thing that will help us get out of this pandemic. And especially, we all know in Japan, they're very advanced with science and technology. So that would be incredible to work with them, hear from them, and also with the Department of Science and Technology here. I'm definitely going to use this reign and my platform after I crown the next queen. I'm going to do all that I can to really, make sure students, children are students, that they're studying, and that we stop whatever pandemic may come next.
Ayan. Thank you so much for your question, Melvin Robes. Let's move on to the comment of Levi Lebios. I'm so proud of you, my kababayan. Masbate. Love you, Hannah Arnold.
Hi, Levi. Thank you so much. For all my fellow Muspateños watching, I am hoping that very soon I will be able to go there and have a homecoming. Just at the moment, of course, we have to remain safe and follow the protocols, but just know that I do appreciate you all so much, and I'm always a message away if you need. And like I said, hopefully very soon I will be there in Masbate.
Okay, let's have from Ronel M. Sulat. Hannah what's this?
Consensino po.
Constantino, right? Di ba?
Consensino.
Constantino.
Yes.
Hannah Constantino Arnold is the seventh Miss International.
Thank you. Well, actually, I was about to comment that Ronel is one of the only people who has gotten my middle name correct. So thank you, Ronel. Yes, it's Hannah Constantino Arnold. And I'm
Wow.
very grateful that you believe that I can be the seventh Miss International for the Philippines.
Yes, kaya yan. Laban. Diba?
Thank you.
All right, let's have another from Badeo Crisbeth. Hi, Ate Hana, best birthday gift. Congratulations.
Oh, hi,
Good
Badeo.
luck.
Happy birthday. I hope you're having an amazing day.
Okay, let's move on to the next viewer from Marco Soriano Hermoso. Good luck, Ate Hana. We are rooting for you. We love you.
Hi, Marco. Thank you for watching. And I love you too. Hope to meet you soon. But for now, virtual hugs.
Yes, virtual muna tayo, guys. Let's move
Yes.
on to our next viewer from Luis Bourbon. Hi, Queen B. I hope one day I'll meet you in person. Hannah B since 2019. Love, love, love.
Yes. Hi, Louise. Yes, I know very soon we will all be reunited, hopefully in Araneta City again. We can all hug and experience again that feeling of togetherness. But again, for now, virtual hugs and kisses. And thank you for supporting me ever since 2019.
All right. From Claire Salazar Agonias Flandes. Hello, Miss Hannah. You're so beautiful. We love you.
Thank you, Claire. Stay safe po.
And comment from Juneline Baranda. Hi, good luck, Laban. Laban lang, sungkitin mo ulit ang corona. Yung corona. You're beyond gorgeous. We love you.
Thank you, Jonalyn. I love you too.
From Troy de la Cruz. God bless, Ate Hannah. I love you.
I love you too, Troy.
Another comment or compliment from Jera Belia. You're so pretty, love.
Thank you, Jera. And so are you, what I can see in your profile picture there. Very beautiful.
Yes, and very sexy si Jera.
Yes.
Let's have from Ronel M. Sulat, watching from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So proud of you, Hannah.
Wow. Wow, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're safe there.
And let's have a comment from Marco Soriano Hermoso. You have wonderful personality, perfect for Miss International. You have angelic face and voice.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your comment. And also from Ivana Banana. Hi, Hannah, watching from Bangkok. Question: how do you maintain your beauty despite the pandemic?
Oh, well, hi, Ivana Banana. I hope you're well in Thailand. Well, honestly, what you see on the outside, it all comes from within. As cliche as that sounds, you really have to stay hydrated, make sure you're reading positive things, you're thinking positive things, and getting enough sleep. And then all of that will radiate on the outside. So, really, after my interviews tonight, I'm, going to drink lots of water and make sure I get enough sleep.
Correct. So getting enough sleep for let us say 8 hours would maintain you to have beautiful skin as well as a glowing skin. Diba?
Yes.
Yeah, let's have from Mark Shao Uy watching from Los Angeles.
Hi, Mark. Actually, I think he was watching one of my other interviews, and if I'm not mistaken, he wants to compete in boxing. I think that's
Yeah,
right. So good luck, Mark.
thank you so much. And I guess his question is will lead to the politics. So Mark, I will not flash it your question kasi baka ano tayo sa political questions. This is actually regarding with the vaccination card. Oo. So you can ask na lang another question to Hannah, not this kind of questions. All right. So I hope you understand Mark Shaw that we will not be entertaining political questions or the question that may lead to political. All right. Let's have watching my best friend, my childhood best friend, George Pelino raw
Wow.
naman daw.
Hi, George. Thank you for supporting us.
And also from Badeo again. Good luck, Ate Hannah. You're so gorgeous.
Thank you, Badeo. Stay safe.
And from Yamur Said Ahmad. Hi, ate. Pwede po kita maging ate. Ayan.
Yes.
Oo, pwede naman. And even I, pwede rin akong maging ate. Char. Oo, lahat pwede maging ate. Oo.
Yes.
You can message her if you want some, advices regarding with your, your life and your life struggles, something like that. All right, sige, let's move on to Ronel M. Sulat. Hannah, would you encourage everyone to get vaccinated or to get vaccine?
Mm. Yes. So, he said,
Um,
how would you encourage everyone? Yes. So, well, as a science graduate, I did my own research. I looked at the facts, and I've seen that history has already shown us the power of these vaccines. We were able to eradicate so many viruses and diseases, and I didn't have to get vaccinated because it was already taken care of in the past. The herd immunity did its job and kept us safe. So I would tell those that are hesitant or are unaware of what's inside the vaccine, or they're hearing a lot of things, do your own research. That's really the best thing. Make sure it comes from accredited sources, maybe from World Health Organization. That is the number one. That's the best. If you're not sure on how to find scientific articles, go to the World Health Organization or Department of Health, their social media websites. The information will be there. I know that not everyone has the same access, that some communities do not quite have the vaccinations there just yet, or they are limited to certain brands. But just again, think not only of yourself, think of the community and how many people you will be protecting. And at the moment we keep on saying that we want to be reunited, so take this as that step towards that soon we will be able to hug again and hang out safely. And it's really thanks to the vaccines. I wouldn't force this opinion on anyone. I just hope that everyone thinks about it themselves and does see the benefit of it.
exactly, Kajan. Okay, sige, let's have comment from Melvin Robes. Hello, Miss International Hannah Arnold. Got a goosebumps on your answers. Claim it, girl.
Thank you so much, Melvin.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. All right, from Rais Simpal. Hi, Queen. I have a questions for you. Did you feel pressure?
um, I'm not sure in what context you mean, raise, whether it's for the coronation or if I feel pressure now. Um, Honestly, there are days where I feel pressure in completing little tasks, or the pressure I had as Binibini 17 to win a crown. And there's a little bit of pressure now also as Miss Philippines. So I definitely feel it, but I don't let it overpower me. Instead, I focus on the things that I can do, the strengths that I do have, and I take it a step at a time. And eventually, those little pressures and thoughts and stress, they eventually disappear. So you also, if you're feeling pressured, whether it's with your studies or work or family or anything, just focus on what you can do to fix the situation.
Exactly. So I have a follow question for you, dear. So since
Yes.
we are facing in a pandemic crisis or COVID-19, um, I just want to ask what would be your message of encouragement to those who are experiencing some anxieties and depressions because of this pandemic?
Yes. So we have heard this saying. We heard it from one of the questions actually in Binibining, and it was also a TV show, and we've heard it a lot. The saying, "It's okay not to be okay." For those that are dealing with these anxieties, stress, moments of doubt and sadness, I myself also felt that. I still feel it, and what helped me get through it was speaking to my family, speaking to my best friends, letting it out, and then again focusing on what I can do to change or get out of that darkness. Um, for those who know they still need a little bit of time, there's no there's really no rush. There's no race to succeed or to accomplish something during the pandemic. Again, just take it a day at a time, focus on what you can achieve, and remember, this is one of my favorite quotes, that to be a star, you must shine your own light, follow your own path, and don't worry about the darkness, because that is when stars will shine their brightest, sorry. So this pandemic, it is a little dark, it is a little bit uncertain, but take it every day, those little lessons, those little achievements, and you will shine through that darkness. And just reach out to family and friends if you need.
Galing. Thank you so much, dear. Talagang you were ready to get the seventh crown for the
Thank you
Philippines.
so much.
Galing. Okay, let's move on to the next comment from Ryan Angeles. Hello, ano was this? Yung hapon po. Hi, Miss Hannah. Hi, Sir Jay from Gimaras.
Wow. Hi po, Miss Riam.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share our live session. And also from Teresa De Silva. Ang sarap naman pakinggan ng boses.
Oh no, for me, I'm worried my voice is getting annoying because she's watching so many interviews. So thank you for still listening.
Okay, and another comment from Troy de la Cruz. Hello, Ating Hannah. Good luck and God bless. So angelic voice. What's this? Kakain love talaga. Ano yun?
Thank you, Troy.
Kakain love. Sorry. Oo, yun. Kakain love pala. Nakakain love. Alright. Sige, let's move on to the next comment from our viewer. Let's have from Francis Godric ulit. Push for the 7th Miss International crown. Hashtag raise our flag.
Thank you so much, Francis. And I really love that saying, raise our flag. We saw the Olympians raise our flag, and even our frontliners, nurses, doctors in other countries, they're raising our flag. So, don't give up on your dream, and remember that, the Philippines is proud of you.
Exactly. And from Rafael Alaria, wow, galing sumagot ni Miss International. Go, go, go.
Thank you, Raphael.
Okay, from Jakey Canwell. Hello, Miss Arnold. How is your training for Miss International?
Yes, thank you, Jakey, for asking. So, as we know, we're now in ECQ, so unfortunately, I'm not having any physical trainings, but that's okay because I'm grateful that everyone is focused on staying healthy and safe for now. So my trainings, it consists of Q&A. I know that in Miss International, there's no Q&A portion. It's a speech. However, you should always keep your mind going. You should always be learning new things that are happening in the community. You should be able to know how to answer and give a message still. So I have been attending Q&A with candidates in another pageant from my camp, which is Aces and Queens, and it's been wonderful to hear their thoughts on things. I'm not someone that's easily persuaded by someone else's opinions. I always make sure I think of my own thoughts and conclusions first, but it's been wonderful to have discussions with them. And I think that's really going to help me when it comes to my speech, that I really should listen first to what's happening, and then that will be a great message that I deliver there. In terms of passerella training, I am hoping that ECQ will be lifted soon because I have some studio trainings booked. So I really hope that I can go do those very soon. I have been resting my feet for so long. I think it's time they get back into the heels, the Bragayas heels.
Correct. Oo. Baka kung ika nga nila, baka mga lawang na. So, kailangan na exercise, di ba?
Yes po.
Well, anyway, hindi ka ba nagta-try dyan sa bahay mo to, walk?
Actually, that is what I used to do in 2019, 2020. But actually, my tita has become such a big plantita, that there's so many plants and there's really no space to walk. It would just be about 2 steps. But sometimes I do put the heels on and then just make sure my calves are still strong, because of course you need your whole leg to be strong for the walk. So maybe tomorrow I will try, maybe outside the house, but um, might be a bit shy in front of my kapitbahay.
Pag titingin ng kanila, no? Well, anyway, it's
Yeah.
given. It's already given naman na you're a beauty queen, and this is part of, of your training na din, diba? Anyway, follow-up question: what's the best thing about being a beauty queen?
Oh, the best thing. Well, what I've realized now is everyone will really listen to me. Whatever I post, especially on Instagram, now I have 130,000 followers. It keeps
Wow.
on going up every day. I'm still so shocked. um every time I post something, I already get so many views, I already get so many likes and comments. So I realized, if they're really engaged at the moment just with my photo shoots, imagine what I can do when I post about donation drives, about communities in need. And I have been doing that, and I've seen so many strangers really give their prayers and send donations. And that's really been the best thing so far, seeing that I actually do have a platform, I actually do have a voice, and people are listening. So that's been the best thing so far.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much, dear. Let's move on to the next question from Juneline Baranda. Hi, this is my question. If you were to be asked and choose something, what thing would you choose to describe you and why?
Sorry, let me read this again. If
Sige,
you were
to be
and
asked.
choose something, what thing would you choose to describe you? Do you mean, I'm not sure if she means an object or a
Yes,
word or
an
an
object.
object
Yes,
to
I guess.
describe me? Hmm. I think um well, because I'm a bookworm, I would have to say it would have to be a book. Maybe a fiction book or something, because
Mhm.
you know how there's that saying, don't judge a book by its cover. But um unfortunately, I think that's what some people do with me. They do judge just from the outside, and they don't get to see what's within and my personality, and maybe they're too shy also to reach out to me. So I would say I'm a book for now, but once people start reading the pages and get into it, they will leave with a moral of the story. They will leave with a lesson. So I'm hoping that once people start following, listening, and engaging in conversations with me, they will walk away with something inspirational or motivational.
Ayan. Thank you, dear. And a comment from Marco Soriano Hermoso. Very comprehensive answer. Love, love, love.
Thank you.
And another question from JK Canuel. Aside from winning Binibining Pilipinas International, what do you think is your greatest achievement during quarantine?
Oh, thank you so much. Well, it would have to be working as a sleep scientist during the pandemic. Um, so last year, I did take that break from pageantry, and then I realized, why give up on my other dream, which is in science. So I'm so proud of myself for taking that journey, taking that path, getting my mind going, and helping the community even more physically, and um, yeah, focusing on my other passion. So I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And then during quarantine itself, I am just proud of myself for, waking up every day and making my bed. That's something to celebrate because at the start of the pandemic, I wasn't sleeping very well. I would stay in bed all day, all night. I wasn't very productive. I was quite anxious, stressed with what was happening, and sad. And I'm so proud of myself now that I get up, and even though I'm just in the house during the ECQ, I'm still making my bed, still planning my day, and achieving so many goals.
Ayan, thank you so much. And
Thank
comment from
you.
Shen Lee De Leon. Hi, Ate Hannah Consensino. Arnold, we love you.
Hi, Shan. Another Hanabi that I always see everywhere.
Wow. And also from
Ah,
Reginaldo. Hi, Han. Sending our love from
hi.
OZ. We love you and miss you.
Yeah, so that's my Auntie Marcel and Uncle Rene. They have a joint Facebook. Thank you for watching. I call them my second parents. They're the best friends of my parents, and they've always supported me ever since I was younger. And in all of my pageant journey, they've been very helpful. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope it's not too cold there in Australia.
Thank you so much po for watching.
Thank
And we
you.
have, okay lang ba sagutin mo to? But I think hindi, ano, sabi niya, have you chosen your
Oh.
gown for the pageant? Please give some details. Or siguro mga ano lang, hint lang, not the details itself. Oo.
So thank you, Lucas. I haven't chosen exactly, um, but we do have some sketches, and I have a mood board of what I would like, what my designer would like, what we would like to represent the Philippines. However, we haven't exactly started just yet. We just want to make sure that we're all really in love with the plan, and then we'll do it. And at the moment, we don't have any dates yet for Miss International, but my designer is very, very talented, and I know that he will make something so beautiful.
Ayan. Okay. So if you're going to, to ask, if I'm going to ask you about how many percent are you prepared for this Miss International pageant?
um, well, now that I know that everyone really appreciates my personality, how I present myself, I no longer have those doubts that I need to prepare my personality even more. So that's already about 50%. You know, the fact that I can just be me and people already appreciate that. That's 50%. And then I do have some outfits and everything, and I'm doing some Japanese culture training. So that goes up to about 70%.
Mhm.
But then, because I don't yet have a national costume and evening gown made, that takes up a big amount. So for now, I would say, yes, I'm at about 70%
Oh, and then,
prepared.
correct. Ayan, tataas pa naman yan kapag nandun na talaga yung um,
Yes.
yung pageant. All right, sige. Thank you so much. Let's have from Minda Foxwell. Hello, gorgeous. Sending
Yes.
our hug and kisses from UK. Stay bliss, our lovely niece.
Yes, hi Mama Minda. So this is my tita in the UK. I think my mom called her and told her to watch. So thank you, Mama Minda. I don't know what time it is there, but I hope you're safe. And hi to Papa Cliff and Rebecca if they're also watching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tita, for watching. And also from Jomar Bitbit Egana. Hi, Ate Hannah Consensino Arnold. I'm your number one fan coming from Samar.
Wow. Hi, Jomar. Thank you so much. I hope I can visit you there very soon.
Thank you so much, Jomar, for watching. Don't forget to share our live session. All right, so let's move on to the last part of this live session before we end. So we'll have a fast talk questions with Hannah. So I know, guys, you are also excited to get to know more about Hannah. Okay, so let's have this our fast talk questions. Okay, there you have it. So
Wow.
our first question for Hannah. Okay. What are you most passionate about right now?
Wait, am I answering with just one word or with a statement or?
Yeah, you can answer one word or give some explanations if you want.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So right now I'm most passionate about education and my advocacy page that I have. It is Books of Tomorrow. I started this last year during the pandemic, and with this page, I'm hoping that people are willing to donate some books and that we can donate these to communities in need. So I'm very passionate about getting this more recognized, getting more sponsors, and reaching more students around our country.
Thank you so much, dear. Let's have another question. What was the last crazy adventure you went on?
Oh, the last crazy adventure. Um, that's so hard because I'm thinking because pandemic we've always been inside. Um, siguro the last crazy adventure. Maybe it was just during rehearsal week before the pageant. We weren't supposed to like go out, past the hallway. So I guess it was a bit of a thrill when you would run through the hallway to like go get food or something. That was a crazy adventure because then you had to run back inside to your hotel room. So I guess that had a bit of thrill in it, but I can't remember exactly the last
Hmm.
adventure I went on. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, no problem. Kasi nga, we are facing in a pandemic crisis. So, given na yun. Mm. Okay. Sige, let's move on to the next question. All right. What do you like most about yourself?
Oh, I think I like my eyes. So at the moment, I'm not sure what color it is on screen, but ever since I was little, my eyes seem to change color. So when I was very little, they were quite blue. Sometimes they look green, gray, brown. I guess it kind of also reflects how I'm feeling, like a mood ring. So I like that I am still me, but a little thing about me changes sometimes, and yeah, I think it's nice to look at when I'm looking in the mirror. I remind myself again that I am beautiful.
Correct. Ako din, pag tumitingin sa mirror, sinasabi ko, I am also beautiful always.
Yes, I think all of us need to do that to start the day.
Correct. Okay, next question. Do you have a secret talent?
Um, Actually, no, but I do know a little bit of like ballet because I used to dance ballet for 10 years. So I can do some moves, but it's not really a secret because I have shared it on my social media and in other interviews.
Correct. Okay, next question. What were you like a kid?
Ooh. So when I was a kid, very much the same, I guess. Very quiet with my speaking. I was a bit shy. Always like playing PlayStation or Nintendo, and just always enjoying the company of my friends. That's what I miss now that everyone's grown up. They have their jobs, careers, and everything. So I wish I could go back to being a kid, and you just play with everyone, and there's no worries or responsibilities yet.
Correct. There's no pressure at all, diba?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. What's the most valuable thing in your life?
The most valuable thing would be my family. They mean the most to me. My mom, dad, my ate. I Although I am far away from them, I still feel their presence. And if anything were to happen to any of us, I think I don't want to imagine that. That's just my biggest fear. So they're the most valuable in my
Mm,
life.
All right. Thank you. Let's move on. What's the best advice you've ever received?
It's really from the actions of my parents. They taught my ate and I ever since we were younger that it's in giving that you truly receive. My parents always gave back to different organizations, um, people raising money to help with their cancer treatment, with local charities, with orphanages, with the community. My parents were always giving back. And I realized I was always wondering what are they getting in return, but they saw the improvements of those people. They saw that it helped them, and that's really in giving that you receive, that you're helping others. So that's the best, and that's what I'm doing to this day. That I'm giving to the children, and I'm really receiving in return.
Yeah, thank you so much, dear. Let's
Thank you.
have this. How do you think your closest friends would describe you?
Maybe always hungry, sleepy, and I'm not sure. Maybe I'm gonna message them after this and ask. But even if we've already eaten something, I'm always thinking about the next meal or dessert. And I'm always very sleepy.
Buti hindi ka tumataba, dear, no?
Well, because you can only see from here.
But anyway, madali lang naman magpaano, 'di ba? Magpababa ng ano, carbo.
Yes, just as long as we're moving for 30 minutes a day, I think we can shed some of our extra calories, our pandemic calories. As long as you're feeling healthy, then it's okay.
Correct. Okay, next tayo. What's on the top of your bucket list right now?
Actually, I was thinking about this morning. I have so many books in this room and also in my bedroom in Australia. I have so many books that I haven't read yet. So my bucket list is to read, start reading again, and to stop buying more books and finish these ones first. So actually, after this interview and my interview again later, I'm gonna choose one of the books and read it. So at the top of my bucket list is to finish all of those books.
Wow, okay. So kung akong paanin mo diyan, ayoko talagang magbasa ng book kasi, nakaka-stress lalo na 'pag ano, makapal.
Oh no, it's the best bit because what I love is when you've made it so far through that, you only have a few more pages left.
Mm. Okay, sige, let's have this one. What's the last thing that you had so excited you couldn't sleep?
Um, It was definitely the night before coronation. So on the 10th of July, my roommate was Doctora Ruth from Nueva Ecija, and we had finished our rehearsals so late. So really, everyone was saying, "Girls, go to sleep as soon as you can." But I was so excited, nervous. So many thoughts were going through my mind that I really couldn't sleep that night. So actually, I took a nap just before our opening number. I had my hair and makeup done, and then I took a nap in the change room. So I'm glad I did that. So I had enough energy. But definitely, if you're going to join a beauty pageant, I think everyone can agree that the night before, you definitely can't sleep.
Correct. Okay, sige, let's have this. If you could invite any three people from history over for a dinner party, who would you invite and why?
Ooh. Well, someone that I've learned a lot more about recently was Pura Villanueva Calao. She was actually our very first Miss Philippines, and
Mhm.
she was also a feminist, and she was also one of the women who fought for our ability to vote, for females to vote here in the Philippines. So that would be incredible to speak with her because as a beauty queen, look at what she did and look at what she did for the future. Because of her, I'm able to vote here. I don't know how many more years it would have taken for females to vote. So I would want to sit with her and ask for her motivation so I could be, as powerful as her. Um, Secondly, I would invite Vice Ganda,
Mm-hmm.
because whenever I watch It's Showtime or I watch a movie of Vice Ganda, you can't help but laugh and you forget all of your struggles and all of your worries for the day. You just laugh at everything. So that would be so fun to have Vice at a dinner party. I'm sure that all the worries of the pandemic would be gone. And I would want to ask for some jokes and see if I can, yeah, use those jokes on other people. And the third would be, I know it's three people only, but I would ask the whole, like some singers from Hillsong.
Mm-hmm.
During this pandemic, I started listening to more Hillsong songs, and it really calmed me when I couldn't sleep. If no one's aware, if you just go to Spotify and type Hillsong, there's so many beautiful, powerful songs where you just forget everything and you just remember to, trust God and believe in Him and His powers and that everything's happening for a reason. Oh, sorry, my phone. That everything is happening for a reason. And that would just be amazing having them there at that dinner party so that they could sing and I could really ask them where do they get these thoughts and lyrics from. I want to be just as inspired as them and have that influence that they do also in their music. So again, that would be Pura Villanueva Kalau, Vice Ganda, and the singers from Hillsong.
Wow. Okay, sige. Let's move on to the next question. What's the next place you would love to travel to? So right after this pandemic or ma-end na.
Yes, so as we know, Miss International is usually held in Japan. We're not sure at the moment when it will be happening, but of course, that is the place that I'm looking most forward to go. I have been there before. I used to study Japanese, so I did stay there for 2 weeks before during my schooling. And I'm just so excited to go back and see how much has progressed. This time it will be a completely different experience because I'll be wearing that sash of the Philippines. So I'm just so excited for that. I think as soon as they let me know what date, it's gonna feel so surreal.
Correct. Okay, sige. Let's have this one. What motivates you the most?
Oh, so I think this was also asked by one of the audience members. So again, what motivates me is the children that I'm advocating for, and that that's why I joined pageantry, because of the platform I have, the power I have to influence people, and I'm always just reminding myself of those children that I need to fight all of those negative thoughts, those negative comments, and do this not only for myself, but for our future generations and for them to be able to have that future that they want.
Ayan. Thank you, dear. Let's have this one. Who's been the biggest influence on your life and decisions?
So that's definitely my parents and my Auntie Angela. Of course, growing up, I don't, as a child, you don't really want to listen to your parents and everything that they say, and you think that they're wrong. Unfortunately, that was me. I wasn't always listening to the lessons they were telling me, the rules that they had. But now when I look back on it, everything that they taught me, I am applying here in my adult life. They were correct. They really knew everything from firsthand experience themselves. So everything that I have done now, the way that I am, my personality, the respect I have for members of the community, it all came from my family and how they treated others, because of course you learn from watching others. So all of the actions of my parents and ate and the love that they always gave to others, that's what I have now and what I'm giving to others. And again, like I said, I was in Australia before Binibining Pilipinas was announced that it was going to push through again. And it was my parents who I was quite nervous to tell them that I really wanted to join again. But they were the ones who said, don't worry about what anyone else says. If you want it, then go for it. You know, you're only young once. Go for it, and they will believe in me no matter how many times it takes until I win. They will keep on supporting, cheering for me. So it's really my family that have had the biggest influence.
All right. Thank you, dear. This one, last question. What gives you the most adrenaline?
Oh, again, I'm thinking of like now in the pandemic, the only thing that gives me adrenaline right now is like chocolate and coffee. But before, like pre-pandemic, it was just the thought of like stepping out into the world and knowing that, you know, there's so many people out there. I'm just one person. I don't know if anyone else thinks about that, but somehow it just gives like shivers over my whole body, and I just remind myself, whoa, I can do anything. And suddenly my energy changes and I get so excited. But that was pre-pandemic when I would be walking around in Manila, like commuting and everything. I always just had so many thoughts that got me so excited. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, dear. So that was our fast talk questions of getting to know you more, dear. So, all right, guys,
Yay.
I hope you did learn from our, Miss International representative. Ayan. Okay, so before we end our live session, I will give you the floor to, to promote your social media and as well as your Miss International journey. Okay, dear, go ahead.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Sir J, Pageant Trend, and everyone watching, my family, my friends, those who maybe just stumbled upon the live. Thank you for staying tuned and watching. Um, I really appreciate all of you, and with my fans, my Hanabis, I do see them as my friends now. You know, they're always messaging. I see their support, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, guys. If you are not yet following me on my social media, you can find me on Instagram. It's Arnold Han _ And on Facebook, I have a page, Hannah Constantino Arnold, or my Facebook, if I have enough friend space left, it's Hannah Arnold. And if you're not already following the official Binibining Pilipinas pages, they have a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and a TikTok. So really, they will really be updating everyone, not only on my journey, but of the other queens and runners up of 2021. Please continue to pray for me as I do head over to represent the Philippines in Miss International. I truly think that we can bring back that 7th crown for the Philippines. And, you know, it's the 60th celebration, so it's going to be beautiful. And yeah, just stay safe, everyone, and don't hesitate to message if ever you need someone to talk to.
Ayan, thank you, dear. And also, what's the next after this event? I mean,
Sorry,
do you have any follow-up events for the Binibining Pilipinas, something like that?
So at the moment, because of ECQ, we're still just doing interviews.
Mhm.
We do have some guestings, hopefully soon, but it's just not yet confirmed or dates aren't finalized. But definitely, you will see me posting on my social media where you can find me in other interviews. I have another interview at 7 if you know people want to tune into that also. So just yeah, head over to social media and you'll be very updated.
Thank you so much, dear, for your presence here at Pageant Trend.
Thank
And
you.
I know that you were busy, on preparation for this Miss International pageant, and
It's
we wish
okay.
we wish you best of luck on your journey, and we really believe in you that you will get that crown for us.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much, Sergey. And of course, thank you for giving up your time. Don't worry about us. If it wasn't for bloggers, pages, sharing our pictures and everything when we were candidates, I'm sure a lot of people would never have heard of me. So thank you to Pageant Trend for supporting me on that journey.
You're welcome, dear. And you are always on trending whenever I have I'll be posting your mga photos, mga videos, ayun.
Wow,
So,
thank you.
talagang malaki talagang naging impact, of winning the Binibining Pilipinas International crown for you. And really deserve that crown, of course.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for our live session with Binibining Pilipinas 2021 International, Hannah Arnold, all the way from Masbate. Ayan,
Thank
so if,
you.
if you want to have an updated of events from Hannah Arnold, don't hesitate to follow her on her social media account, Instagram and also Facebook page as well. Okay, so thank you so much again, Hannah, for your time. We really appreciate your
Thank
presence
you.
here, and we do love you on behalf of Pageant Trend as well. So we are always
Thank
here for you, for your journey, and ayun, you can send us, some photos so that maging updated din ang aking mga followers for your journey. Oo. And ayun, I would like also to thank to Sir Ray Santos for giving us permission to do some live guesting of Hannah Arnold here in Pageant Trend. So we really appreciate that much, Sir Ray, and also to the
Yes.
Binibining Pilipinas organization as well. Thank you so much for giving us this kind of opportunity to talk to Hannah Arnold, our one of the representative for Miss International pageant. All right.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
guys for tuning
you.
in, and mabuhay everyone. Please keep safe, and this has been Jay Barbo hosting the live interview with Binibining Pilipinas 2021 International, Hannah Arnold.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day, night, and as well as keep safe always. Bye, guys, and see you later
Bye. Good night, everyone.
for my upcoming interview for one of the candidates of Miss Universe Philippines 2021, all the way from Marinduque, Simon Nadine Bornilla. So abangan nyo siya later on, right after this live session. Okay, bye guys. Thank you,
Bye.
Hannah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.